Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. I Muhammad Luqman Hafiz bin Cik Harun Nizam. My group will present about Malaysian suffered losses amounting to about 2.23 billion from cybercrime fraud from 2017. Introduction. Nowadays, the whole world is hit by an epidemic COVID-19. Malaysian economy has collapsed and caused many people laid off because do not receive their salaries. They need to find other ways to earn money to continue their daily lives. Many of them desperate for using the money, so they take the easy way like joining get rich quick schemes and multi-level marketing (MLM). Islam is very strict in terms of fraud, such as in Surah Al-Mutaffifin chapter 83 verse 1, meaning that great misfortune for those who cheat. Other than that, hadith narrated by Abu Hurairah radhiallahu anhu that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, meaning whoever takes up arms against us is not from our group, and whoever deceives us is not from our group. The fuqaha agreed that the phrase "not from our group" means committing fraud is not the way of a Muslim. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is a modern crime that uses electronic devices through internet service connection and very sophisticated computer technology. It is a serious criminal activity that occurs on an individual or a group of people and able to reach the borders of a country all around the world in a very short period. It damage or theft to a person's data and information either due to a virus attack or intrusion, namely unauthorized access and use. Various acts and laws have been created to prevent this cyber threat. Cyber threat involves fraud and huge losses to the victims. Malaysia has established Malaysian Computer Emergency Response Team (MICET), which plays a role in providing information and referral services to every community. Types of cybercrime. First, cyber fraud, which is scamming. Scamming often occurs namely on social media sites as well as online sales mediums, such as uh, Lazada, Shopee, Facebook, Instagram. Scamming not require high skills in the field of computers and the internet, but need to be very cunning in the case of fraud to trap and deceive victims. It involves fraudulent schemes and online purchases of goods. Second, phishing. Phishing existed since 1996. It also have formed SMS, which is called smishing. Phishing is the retrieval of a person's personal information by masquerading as a credible entity to obtain information such as bank accounts, social media, and others. It sends fake email that resembles almost the same as a legitimate or electronic banking company. Hyperlinks are fake websites that are specially designed to access bank accounts which were blocked and will be identity theft. The third, hacking. Hacking to obtain and break security access in a system illegally so that they can control it. It commit intrusion to steal data as well as obtain someone's personal information. It can happen anywhere if hackers get access computers and the internet that is available.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Usaid bin Halim. I will continue our slideshow, which is the title is causes of the cybercrime. I will put we I put four causes of the cybercrime, which is number one is problem of the individual in ourselves, because the victim being easily deceived when someone disguised as a policeman, Bank Negara Malaysia staff, or any related agency. And the second one is lack of security assistance, because as a consumer must take note the password we use. We must put the stronger one, because in 2019, 23 millions online account were still using the password 123456, just that password, so that is take easily take advantage to the cyber criminals to take our data. And the third is system vulnerabilities, which is cyber exploited a vulnerability in the company's software after the employees share details of the system flow online, so that uh, we as a consumer must take serious about the keep software up to date. And for the causes, last one is assessing risk, which is criminal want us to understand the risk of cyber attack. The more, so that the more we underestimate, the easier things are for them to take our data. And the last one, as a human behavior, as a Muslim consumer, we must take note, we must read more, to pay attention to things that fall into the harm or will mudarat ourselves, which is in the method fiqhiyah, says is ad-darur yuzal, which is the harmful things must be eliminate. Sorry, the harmful thing must be eliminated.
Next, we will continue with the topic of the implication of cybercrime in individuals. Firstly, the main factor of cybercrime in bully section is language usage. It is because the majority that use social media nowadays is teenagers, so that we can see what language that they use to interact with others. Always on a daily basis, always use such a bad words. So the example that I can put is based on a true story of Ryan Patrick Halligan. He was 13 years old and stay in United States. He always became a victim of bullying in his school since 10 years old. But the climax that he need to face off in 13 years old, that was in 2003. The issue is the guy that always bully him at school pretend to be a girl and do a fake account to shame him at school. So the bad words and the shame that he need to face off is was about gay, about he pretending a coward, and other than that. So the thirdly, the cybercrime like fraud can cause losses whose numbers can reach up to 6 figures. The proof in the year 2018 to 31 July 2018, cases were recorded totaling 1,116 cases with loss value of RM 64 billion 295,000 and 100 to 20 ringgit and 40 cent, based on Commercial Crime Investigation Department (PDRM).
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Haziq bin Haslizan. I'm from class IC 104AA. I will continue the implication of cybercrime to the country. The first implication is, according to Marsh Insurance Brokers Malaysia Sdn Bhd, in the Asia Pacific region, the sector at risk of cyber threat is a financial institution. Deputy Chief Executive Officer Sing Chow said, hack customer transaction, payment services, exploitation of payment card information, and intercepting authentication by using malware are a common cybercrime in a financial institution. Every management of a company needs to know the risks that lie ahead at a time when these pandemics need to be more sensitive and needs to know to resolve it. The second implication is the country will be attacked by a cyber attacks by anyone. At, at, at the end of January 2021, Malaysia was shocked by a warning from a group of hackers dubbed Anonymous Malaysia who wanted to make a cyber attacks on a government website and online asset. Next, the implication of cybercrime to the community. The first implication is society, no matter young or old, will be affected by a scammer cases that are rampant now. This can be seen with the large number of people already exposed to the Macau scam. For example, in Sina Harian, 70,800 ringgit in loss had to be borne by a 55 years old clerk from a private company when he was cheated by a Macau scam syndicate who has disguised himself as a police officer and also a representative of a telecommunication company. Second implication is identity thief. Irresponsible individuals and groups steal the identity of victims of a cybercrimes. They steal names, email address, password, and so on. According to Datuk Dr. Amiruddin Abdul Wahab, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Cyber Security Malaysia, there is a 20% increase in the number of identity thief cases reported to them from 2017 to 2018. This can give awareness to the public to be more careful with self-identity. There is no need to be disclosed or give our personal information to the stranger or cyber media.
So I will continue our slideshow, which is how to avoid the scammer, which is a few steps I will share with others. The first is we must contextualize it, persuasive linguistic technique utilized by the scammer when approaching, and we must learn the polythenous model of scammer. Like example, among the necessary aspect of this model are positive phase or negative phase or face trading act, which is FTA. And we also must, as an individual, must have the concept of know yourself, which is KYS. This fact stated by the Muhammad Fahmi Mustafa, Islamic finance and fintech expert. He says, as individual, we must have the concept of KYS because this step is very important to me because we must know the database, how many money in our account, so that we can detect are we already victims of scammer or not. And the next step is downloading the scam filter apps on your phone, apps like the Truecaller or get contact, so that we can know the unknown number who call us, and we must not easily provide a personalized database to another people. So as a Muslim, in the modern time full of the technology, we must very serious about the cybercrime, and read a lot, like Security Commission Malaysia that have displayed scammer websites in investment and so on. Be a smart consumer by thinking before acting. Thank you.
Alright, finally we reached the last slide for today. It is a conclusion. Finally, the way that we can prevent this problem is separate more information to our surrounding about the danger of this cybercrime, which it can lead to various implications that can also lead to life threats. Avoid failing into harm's way because as a consumer of Islam is very much in the public interest. The method of fiqhiyah has also explained that Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 195, A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim, wala tulqu biaidikum ila tahlukah. The meaning is, and do not throw yourself with your hands towards destruction. So that before do something, think first before act. So that's all from us. Thank you.